Hi, I'm David Baer, and welcome to my InfluencerSoft review. Now, it's important to note that I am shooting this video at an early point in the life of InfluencerSoft. It's currently in its first 1.0 version. It's being built out, and as such, although it's really comprehensive, there's a lot more to be added on. So here's a quick look at the sales page so you can get a sense of what the whole platform is all about. Really, the idea is that it is a comprehensive tool to be able to build everything from your websites, your email marketing functions, affiliate management, your digital products, including courses, webinars, and even online summits. And there's a ton more that you can include as well. So let's just take a quick look at the range of things. So as I said, sales funnels, so the entire process of building out a funnel. I'll show you that in just a couple of minutes. Marketing automation, so this would be email marketing, might be prompts or reminders to call a lead who hasn't converted yet, things like that. E-com platform, so this would basically be the ability to sell stuff through your website. And then learning management, which is what I was referring to earlier, could be courses, it could be online live events, summits, webinars, etc. Now, there's a sort of very simple, easy to follow interface on this platform, which I think is incredibly helpful for somebody who is not very technically inclined. This is a good starting point compared to some more complex tools like InfusionSoft or HubSpot or Marketo, which are much more detailed in the amount of configuration that you need to do and could be pretty darn confusing. Now, if you look at their comparison chart, at the moment, early in their launch process, they're offering a $497 one-time payment to get access to their tool, and you can grow with it over time. And if you compare that to some of the pricing, now some of these are either old pricing or misrepresentatives, I think somewhat slightly in terms of the comparative pricing. But again, I mean, a $500, even $1,000 or a $1,500 one-time payment, if they get to that point, is an amazing steal compared to the other pricing from the competitors here. So why don't I bring you inside the platform so you can get a sense of how it works. So here we are on the main dashboard of the website. Now this is a demo account, and I've just been playing around in here a little bit. But one of the first things that I see right off the bat is that there is a lot of smart thinking when it comes to getting somebody up and running quickly. So there's this fast start video, there's a startup checklist, and it walks you through all of the things you need to do to get your website up and running, to be able to collect payments, to be able to have emails go out, all of the things that are necessary to run your business. Rather than getting a piece of software and then having to hire somebody to help you through the process. You can still do that. There are people who have expertise in this platform. But for somebody who wants to do it themselves, this is reasonably intuitive compared to a lot of other things out there. So I'm going to just go down the left-hand side here and share some of the features that I've had a chance to play with. First is the funnel builder. Now, what I really like about this is that you can either go in and create a raw funnel from scratch where you figure out all the pieces, or you can click into their catalog and they have a whole bunch of typical funnel structures, and then you can go in and customize each of those elements. And so that's exactly what I did here. I imported the online summit funnel. So here we are inside the online summit funnel. And this is all mapped out for us already. So each of the various pages that we're going to need connected to each other, as well as all of the emails that are going to be needed in an email sequence. So let's just take a look around. You can sort of see it's all built out. And what we need to do is to go in and customize each of the pieces. So let me just quickly show you what that might look like. So this is the Summit lander page. There's a main website front page. But let's go ahead and go into this one. So I'm going to click on the edit button here. Now I can change some of the information about it. So if I want to change the title or something, I can do that. But what we're going to do is go into the editor, the builder for the page here. And this is going to take just a moment to load. Now, one thing I do like quite a bit about this platform is it has tutorials that at least the first time you come in here will pop up to show you how to work in this space. So I'm not entirely sure if it's going to show up again, or if now that I've been in here before, it's going to, yeah, so it's not popping up this time because I've already dismissed it. But the very first time you come in, there'll be some tutorials to show you how to navigate the platform. Now, this is the prearranged page, but you can actually go in and make some adjustments. So I'm just going to hit general settings for this block, and I can actually swap out the background. So I can click choose from library, and there are different images that are already built in. So let's say it's business and finance instead of whatever the theme is for this background, and I'll go ahead and I'll choose this background instead. Okay, so it's swapped it out. Now obviously that's not the best example, but we certainly can find the right thing to put in the background here. Other things that you might, and I kind of want to change this now. Let's see if I can just do a fill color. Maybe that will help us. Actually, I need to do that, and then there we go. Okay, so now we can see the white with the darker background. I can change the form. So if I want to include a name, I have it there. But if I want to get rid of the name, I can just turn it off, and now I'm just collecting email, right? And there's a whole entire page here that you can change all of the individual pieces. You can delete sections. Let's say, I don't necessarily need this block here. I can just hit delete, make it go away. If I want to add a section, I have the ability to add an element. I can bring in sections. I can bring in widgets. This is taking a moment to load, but you can see I can put in an entire block. Like let's say I want to put that in and I want to put it right there. It'll load it for me right there. In a moment, of course. It's going to take a little bit of time to think, but there we go. So now I have that piece. So I can really, mix and match all of these pieces, these different layers or blocks, pretty effectively here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and we'll take a look at what you do to edit your emails. Now the emails you'll see are also kind of they're in place as placeholders, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in and you'll be able to, all right, let's go back. And yes, I do want to exit. And so we're going to go into the email structure now of the funnel, and that would be here. So it'll load in just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this first, or I guess it's the congrats, you're registered email. Go ahead and hit the edit. So that's where our subject line is. I have been pre-selected as a sender. I have to set that up somewhere else in the system. I have to approve my ability to send through their platform, and then they send a verification email to make sure that I actually do own that email address. And then this is just a raw placeholder for the email, and so I can come in here and I can customize the content of the emails. So that's kind of a general overview of the funnel builder. Let's take a look at some of the other sections. So the store, this is obviously the e-commerce piece. I don't have any products that I have set up here, but I have the ability to add products. I can add coupons. Actually, I guess there is a default product, the digital product for $97. I can add, create order buttons, which I can put pretty much anywhere I want. Order forms to be able to do checkouts, and then let's go back here. And then some general settings. Now you can also set up payment reminders and other, if somebody went in and then abandoned the shopping cart, you have the ability to get them to come back. Websites. So this is just a general website. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'll show you. This was just a main page. I haven't built out any website here, but all I need to do is go in and I can choose a template. Now, there's a whole range of pre-built pages, just like with the funnels. There are these different pieces that I can choose from and build out either a single page website, a landing page, or a full site if I want as well. And so that's fairly straightforward, drag and drop just like it was in the previous piece. So I'm looking at all the different templates here, but you can see they're grouped into different sections, different types of pages. Let's go back to the main site and we'll take a look at campaigns. Now this is for your email marketing. So you can actually do an email series or sequences. You have a list of your subscribers here. So and then broadcasts. So broadcasts would be emails that you send out to a select list or your entire list on demand. And then the sequences would be things that are timed based around people's actions. So you can build all of that out. Now, you can build templates, which would be something that you might use over and over again. So this is how you would build out an email template. You start with a raw template, and then you can add elements. So you might want to add this element to your email. There's also this header piece up here that you can put your logo in if you want, but you have the ability to pick these different pieces. There's a whole range of different pieces that you want to put in. Email review, email footer. You can put something in as your header as well. So all of these elements are possible if you want to have the same type of structure for all of your emails. Let's go ahead and go back. So let's exit here. Now, the next section here is contacts. This would just be people who are your leads or your affiliates, your partners, or just your general CRM, your contact list. Let's skip down to automation. Now, automation is really all about what happens to automatically build out email sequences, for example. So let's take a look at process here. So let's go into this process, and this is a brand new one that I was just starting to build. Let's go ahead and cancel that. And there's two pieces to the puzzle here. Really what we want to do is say, okay, when this happens, then do this. That's what we're building out. So we can define actions, conditions, and triggers. First thing that we want to do is define the trigger. So when something happens, let's say when somebody opens an email, and we need to define which that email is. I actually don't have any emails in the system, so I'm just going to say all emails so I can continue to build this out. So when someone opens an email, what do you want to do? Well, we can add a tag. And the tag that we want to add is opened email, right? So that's all that we're doing here. And then we're going to go ahead and now, when an email gets opened, we're going to add a tag. Now, the way that this actually is more useful is, when somebody purchases something, take them off of a email campaign telling them to purchase that thing. That's what we would be building out here. So you're really automating a lot of the pieces of the communications. So that's the idea behind this section. There are courses, products that you can build, and you can actually build out the individual pieces of it. The lessons that go into the course, you can add lessons here. I haven't really played around too much with this section, but this is where you would be building your products if you are doing a course product. Reporting, so that you can see the sales that you have made. And then the final section is managing your affiliates, so people who are working on your behalf to promote your offers. So that's what's currently in the platform as it exists now. There's a bunch of additional stuff coming. If you're interested and the one-time offer is still available, I highly recommend you head on over to the InfluencerSoft website. I have a link under this video to take advantage of the one-time deal. Now, the one thing I will say about InfluencerSoft being an all-in-one tool and other tools like it, the one major downside to it is that you can't necessarily expect this to be the best in class at everything it does. And that's, I think, one of the places where you likely are going to make a compromise when you invest in InfluencerSoft. That said, if these features really fulfill your needs, if they do what you need them to do, I think you're going to find that this is an effective tool for you. Just remember that you're not necessarily going to have the best-in-class features for each and every element of the platform. That said, go check out InfluencerSoft. Again, the link is below the video. I'm David Baer from Baer Marketing. Thanks so much for joining me. Oh, hey, before you go, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you got a comment, please leave one. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.